What's happening, guys? Welcome back. We're here for the NFL Week 18 full slate of action here at the Bettors Edge. Guys, real briefly, absolutely massive 2 days we had in the college football playoff, going 3-1 in total, but banging out both of our five-star plays on the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels, putting up close to 10 units over the course of those 2 days. But let's get straight into this week's NFL card, guys. We have some huge games that have massive playoff implications, obviously speaking. First and foremost, let's go to Saturday afternoon. We have the NFC South showdown between the Carolina Panthers, who are on the road, facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are laying 3 points in this spot. Guys, this is a rematch of a matchup we just saw just a few weekends ago when the Carolina Panthers squeaked out with a 3-point victory at home. There's not a huge edge in this game, guys. This line sits at Tampa Bay -3, as I mentioned, for a reason, because these two teams are fairly equal on paper. The advantage, in my opinion, that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have is that they've been here before, they're experienced, they're the reigning division champions, and you know what you're going to get from Baker Mayfield in this type of spot. We don't have any data, any history to go off of on how the Carolina Panthers are going to respond to being in a playoff type of game, a win-or-go-home situation because of that, guys. And I know they lost the first game, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had more yards, more first downs, and they controlled the time of possession. They limited the Carolina Panthers on the ground, and they still lost that game. I think you're going to see a better performance from this Buccaneers defense in the pass game. I think you're going to see a better performance from Baker Mayfield. And give me the more experienced Tampa Bay Buccaneers to come out of this game with a victory for a one-star play on Tampa Bay laying 3 points at home. And I think they repeat as the NFC South champions moving forward. Let's go to the biggest game on the card, guys. The most important game, in my opinion, in all of Week 18. It's Saturday night. It's prime time. We're going to Santa Clara. We have the Seattle Seahawks -1.5 on the road against the San Francisco 49ers. This game is massive, guys. I talked about it in my preview. The winner of this game is going to have home field advantage throughout the entirety of the NFC playoffs. This is a difficult game for me for a few different reasons. I'll have a pick. On paper, it should be a five-star play, but it's not going to be a five-star play, and I'll tell you guys why. There's no question whatsoever the Seattle Seahawks are a better team than the San Francisco 49ers. What do I mean by that? They're more complete. They're more balanced. They're significantly better on defense. On paper, and this is the reason why they're favored by 1.5 points, Seattle is a superior team. If I was betting this game just on numbers, this would be a five-star bet on the Seattle Seahawks -1.5 points in this spot. Just based on numbers, just based on the edge that you have with Seattle being the better team. However, we've seen this song and dance before. We've been here before. We know who Sam Darnold is. I've talked about it on this show a lot. He's probably the player that I least enjoy betting on in the entire NFL. If there's a player that's part of a team, when I'm backing that team, that I enjoy the least to back, I'm not even exaggerating here, it's probably Sam Darnold, and it's probably the Seattle Seahawks. Mike McDonald is a damn good coach. He's a ring below Shanahan. Darnold is a decent quarterback. He's got too many gaffes, in my opinion, to be 100% confident in him. I also think he's a ring below Brock Purdy. But when I look at this matchup on paper, the Seattle Seahawks defensively and the San Francisco 49ers defensively, the gap there is just far too significant for me to take the San Francisco 49ers in this spot. As I mentioned previously, this would typically be a five-star play on the Seattle Seahawks. However, because it's Sam Darnold, because he's the player that I trust the least in the entirety of the National Football League, I'm downgrading my own 5-star play to a 3-star play. If you don't have a problem betting on Seattle, if you don't have a problem on betting on Sam Darnold, I have no issues with you upgrading my 3-star to the 5-star. But officially for me, it's going to be a 3-star play. Give me the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm going to rue this comment after tomorrow night if this blows up in my face. Give me the Seattle Seahawks to win tomorrow night in Santa Clara, to gain the number 1 seed in the NFC, and to put them in pole position to go to the Super Bowl. Moving on to Sunday, guys. One game in particular that I really want to discuss, and I'll have a pick for you. It's the Detroit Lions on the road at the Chicago Bears. There's a lot to discuss here. First and foremost, this line is sitting at Chicago Bears -3. This is a must-win game. I say must-win only because it appears Philadelphia's resting their starters. But if Philadelphia were not resting their starters, this would be a must-win game for the Chicago Bears. The 2 seed is on the line. The Detroit Lions are officially, and they have been, eliminated from the playoffs. They have nothing to play for. Teams in this spot, and we backed these teams just a week ago, that have nothing to play for against teams that are in a must-win position. The teams that have nothing to play for cover over 60% of the time, and they went undefeated 3-0 last week. The Detroit Lions blew the Chicago Bears out in Detroit earlier this season to the tune of 52-21. That was a long time ago. The Bears are much improved. They're playing significantly better all around since then. But I'm telling you right now, the Detroit Lions are going to win this game. The 2 seed is going to come down to how much and how important the Philadelphia Eagles put into their game. Obviously, if the Eagles lose, the 2 seed will be Chicago's. I don't know why Philadelphia's decided to rest a ton of their players, all of their stars on offense. Jalen Carter's not playing. Nakobe Dean isn't playing. Some of those guys have legitimate injuries, but some of them are just being held out. Dallas Goedert isn't playing. I haven't even gotten to the main stars. Hurts, Barkley, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. None of these guys are playing. The Chicago Bears are going to lose, and the Philadelphia Eagles could care less about getting the 2 seed, is the point of what I'm trying to tell you. Do not take the Chicago Bears in this spot tomorrow laying 3 points. Give me the Detroit Lions +3 on the road, as I expect them to keep it within the number and most likely win this game outright, because in my opinion, it's a very poor matchup. And we saw that already earlier this season for the Chicago Bears. Bonus pick time, guys. We're going to Sunday Night Football with Carrie Underwood. We have the Baltimore Ravens on the road battling out with the Pittsburgh Steelers for the AFC North Division Championship. The Baltimore Ravens are laying 3.5 points in this spot, guys. That's an absolutely, positively ridiculous number. Las Vegas loves the Ravens. We talk about it on the show each and every single week. And the Ravens prove each and every single week why they're overvalued, why they're overrated, and why they fail to live up to the hype that Vegas gives them. I don't know what kind of data Vegas is using. I don't know what their statistical computations are saying, but there is no way whatsoever in this spot with these two teams, with all of the historical data that we have, with the matchups between these two franchises going head-to-head in the black and blue type of rivalry that they've delivered over the last decade and a half, that the Baltimore Ravens should be laying 3.5 points in this spot. I'm not saying the Ravens are going to lose. It's going to be a tight game, just like it is between these two teams every time they play. There's a good chance the Ravens win this game. There's a good chance, a 50% chance they lose this game. I don't know. What I do know is whoever does win this game isn't going to win this game by more than 3.5 points. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at home with Aaron Rodgers, with Mike Tomlin, to cover the 3.5 points, and most likely, in my opinion, win this game straight up. Guys, Like the video, subscribe to the channel. In the last 2 days, just in college football, I'm up close to 10 units with both of my 5 stars banging easy winners, outright winners. I don't have a 5-star pick in the NFL in week 18. On paper, I do with the Seattle Seahawks, but because of Sam Darnold and how much I dislike betting him, because I can assure you right now, he's going to make a bonehead decision, if not more than that, in this game. But it's an official 3-star play. Like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We have huge, absolutely massive plays coming up in the college football semifinals. And then once the NFL wildcard round gets constructed, we're going to have massive plays in that as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back shortly.